Hey everyone, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to my interview with the Voros Twins. Hello!
Yo, we're the Voros Twins. We always have to say that intro. We have to. We just have to.
I know. It's like every time I do my intros, it's like the same thing every time, and you're just so used to it. It feels weird when you don't start it off with that. So,
Even if you ask us how's your day going, we're always like, yo, we're the Voros Twins.
Well, how are you two doing? Let me know about your day a little bit, and if you're able to keep your sanity over there with all the craziness going on.
No, we're doing good. Life's good. We actually played Fortnite this morning, and we got a victory royale, so that's always good. So we had like a little relaxing morning, but we've been so busy this past month. Just with everything else. Yeah.
It's exciting to hear that you're still keeping up with so much. I know once the pandemic hit, so many people were like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I can't travel as much. And it seems like, in a sense, because we have all this time on our hands, we're pulling ideas out of nowhere. Content's coming crazily to us. So have you kind of found that's the same?
No, it's super interesting. We were actually in Europe doing a wrestling trip right when COVID hit, so we had to cut our trip short. Instead of 3 weeks, it was just 2 days long. So we're like, oh my gosh. So then we're like, what are we gonna do? We have all this time. We're like, the whole time we thought TikTok was lame. We're never gonna make TikTok. But then like April 1st, we decided to dive right in. 2 TikToks a day for like 6 months. We've been busy creating content because there's no wrestling and we're creative people, so we always wanted to keep doing tweets, keep doing stuff, just to like, I don't know, entertain ourselves. We started reviewing cereal, throwing ideas, everything.
I'm glad you brought up the cereal because it is a brand new segment on your channel called Unleash the Cereal. So which cereal have you been enjoying the most while being stuck at home? Like what's kind of that number one, will never fail you?
So there's a lot. So the reason of these cereals is that we try to try ones that we've never tried. But the best one was like a marshmallow s'mores one. Ooh, probably the worst one we had was the Sour Patch Kids cereal. It was like sour milk. It was not fun.
That sounds just not right. Well, before we dive into more of the content and, of course, the wrestling aspects of your lives, I do have one really serious question for you guys before we get into the fun stuff, and that is, who painted the Mona Lisa?
I knew you were going to say Yeah. Wait, someone else. Da Vinci? No, that's wild. It's insane. Like when we said that, we knew it was funny at the time. Like we were cracking up the whole time before we even uploaded it. And people keep asking us who painted the Mona Lisa. It's like we posted the video. We thought everybody already knew. But now, glad we let the world know who painted him or her.
You've obviously been making videos since you guys were kids, and this TikTok video not only went viral on the app, but I mean, it was also picked up by BuzzFeed, Huffington Post. Like, you guys were everywhere with this thing. So how cool was it? And how gratifying was it knowing, like, we bust our butts making content, and now our phones are just completely blowing up? It must have been really surreal.
Yeah, it was very surreal. Like, we know you're on TikTok too, so you always look for like trends and stuff. But like we became the trend on TikTok for like a while. So we thought it was just gonna last for 2 days. The views were going up and up. National Canadian news, Hungarian news, a late show. And it's funny because stand-up comedians like write jokes. We weren't even trying. Wow. No, we can't comprehend how much people like shared it and made memes about it. But and the goal for us when we made a TikTok is to help promote our wrestling while we're not wrestling. So it's good balance between like getting new TikTok fans and still like pursuing wrestling at the same time.
It's fun because a lot of your videos really are just so silly, super fun. And it's almost like you have this goofy and carefree attitude of just putting yourselves out there. So has that always been the case? You guys have always just kind of been more outspoken and not afraid of what people, in turn could be saying behind the scenes?
Good question. I think we're really weird in real life. I think we hang around all the time. We stand out anyways in public or like, because we're pretty tall. We're like 6'1". Is that tall?
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know. We wrestle with our real names. We're pretty much ourselves in the ring and on TikTok. But we just wanted to always like pursue wrestling ourselves and stuff. We didn't want like one's a plumber and one's a teacher. I mean, I get it. We look funny. We look like pineapples. We look like Q-tips. We heard it. Yeah, we're not offended by himbos. That's a word. But it doesn't bother us as long as we put smiles on people's faces. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Well, it's one of the things I've learned from posting content online. Like, people can be absolutely brutal and so cutthroat with what they say. And then the other side, you have all this praise and all of the kind words coming your way. So especially when that video went so viral and so popular, I'm sure that you just got both aspects, and it was probably a lot at the moment.
Oh, it was God. It's funny, even now, like we post a TikTok, all the comments are positive, and then like 2 hours later, we get negative parts. We get the photo with the negative. It's interesting.
It's definitely interesting because I still can't really find that balance, Like, luckily, more of it's a lot more positive, but it's like those negative ones come your way, and it's just like, man, why? Like, what did I do?
Yeah, no, we're lucky. We're pretty positive. Like, we read like law of attraction books and stuff like that. So and we have each other. It must be so frustrating if you're a kid getting cyberbullied and things like that. Because I could take it. I could take the comments, but a lot of people can't.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully, just people keep positivity on the internet. That's what it's all about.
Well, even though you have actually been posting videos for about 15 years, you're not only great on socials, but of course for about 7 years, I think you have been in the world of professional wrestling. So have you always had that passion and love for wrestling behind the scenes? Did one of you like it more than the other growing up and kind of pull the other one along? Like, how did that come to be?
No, it's insane. I remember like we used to like quote unquote backyard wrestle or like wrestle on mattresses and stuff. And we were like, there's over 100 videos of us wrestling. And I just remember like laying in bed and being like, one day I'm going to be a wrestler. And it's cool to like pursue what you're going after. And literally each and every day is super fun. We're still training so much. Just love it. We're not even too beat up after like 6.5 years of bumping. So we feel great. We're just as motivated as before. And I don't know, we're excited to see where like wrestling takes us down the road.
I'm glad you brought up where it takes you, because you've wrestled everywhere from like Canada, throughout the States, Hungary, Ireland, Germany. Like, you really have taken this profession across the globe. So is there somewhere you have yet to perform and wrestle that you would still just absolutely love to?
Japan's always on our goal list. I don't know how, but Japan. But it's interesting because we live in Vancouver, British Columbia. There's not much, like everyone's so good, but it's such like a small, like to our left is the we can't really wrestle in the Pacific Ocean. So we have like Seattle, Portland, California, Calgary to our right. But we almost have to like travel and like just get out there. That's why we also do like videos and stuff just to get more eyes on us. And like, it's not like we live in New York or Chicago. Chicago, I want to wrestle in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, that's the one right there.
It's fun because the more you travel, it's like the more you get to explore sometimes. Of course, sometimes it's like you're in and out like that. But was there ever a city that really spoke to you that you were like, oh, I could see myself returning here for vacation or just like having a really good time?
I think in New York, to visit Times Square. I don't know if you know the song Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind. But we like put headphones in and we were just like looking around and watching the buildings and stuff. No, that's something we wanted to do. I know it's something to have on your bucket. Always wrestling in Hungary, HCW. They have a great locker room. They welcomed us in. So that's a place, because we have family in Hungary too. So whenever we get to wrestle there and like speak the language and stuff, it's surreal. Yeah, it's weird.
Now, I was actually pretty psyched when I found out I was going to have you guys on, because I'm Canadian as well. I'm Hungarian. Like, I'm a quarter Hungarian. So I was like, hey, I have like some people, some in common here.
Yeah. No, we're 100% Hungarian, I think, from like generations to generations. We were born in Canada, New Westminster, but again, Hungarian food. We celebrate Christmas on the 24th. On the 24th as well. In the evening. 24th of November. No, December.
One of the things that I noticed you've been posting more of as well, we kind of brought up the serial aspect, but you have been singing quite a bit. So to switch things around a little bit, instead of you guys singing, if you could have any band write some entrance music for you in wrestling, who would you love to see do so?
It's a random. We used to like LMFAO a lot. We have like a party rock anthem remix for. We've been listening to even like Machine Gun Kelly lately. The new album's really good. Harry Styles we've been listening to. So like, it's like a bunch of artists we like. But our music taste goes from anything from like EDM to like dubstep to like One Direction. Oh.
For some reason, I knew deep down that it was going to be like party music for you two. I have no idea why, but that was just like what was in my brain. I'm like, yeah, they're probably going to be like EDM dance music.
No, for sure.
Definitely matches your vibe. Well, I just want to say thank you a ton for hopping on here and for taking the time to have a chat. I'm glad we're finally able to make this happen. So thank you so much, you two.
Thank you so much. No, we appreciate you for interviewing us and interviewing everyone else. You've done a lot for music, done a lot for wrestling. So thank you to yourself, and hopefully you have a good day, or you will, right? Great day.
I think the last thing I want to ask you is, instead of introing it with yo, I mean, how do you guys say goodbye? Is there something you scream? Is there something, like, how could we?
So we make YouTube vlogs as well, and we always end our vlogs with see you in the next video.
That's perfect. Well, to everyone watching, I want to say thank you so much to the twins for coming on. Be sure to check out aliciatout.com for more exclusive interviews and features, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.